at some point, I think I was working at the casino.
Can't even think!
I just like couldn't take like the rat race. Like I remember, I think it was one time I went to go smoke a cigarette in the cafeteria, and I remember specifically looking around at everybody, like, you know, hundreds of people like smoking cigarettes, talking to each other, and I felt like my life is like being wasted. It's like going by and like watching all these people like every day go here, do your job, go home. And I think I just decided that I want to take a chance. You know, I decided that I needed to be in a band, and so did some like research and like figured out like everything that I needed to get to be in a band. So, you know, I went and bought an amp, guitar stand, a mic cable, PA system, everything. So in case I like came across somebody, I would already have like everything that I needed.
We both grew up in Ashaway, and we both went to school together, but I was best friends with John's younger brother, Rob.
But I think I remember like my brother telling me that Tony always he wanted to be my friend or something like that, and I was like, really? He's way younger than me.
He ended up moving back around the area when he got divorced, and a roommate of mine who was a mutual friend of ours called me up at work and asked if I wanted to go over and hang out with John, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen him in a long time.
I went like hung out with him, and then he told me that he was starting this band.
We went over, and John and I just ended up playing guitar that night, and it was a really weird, like an instant connection kind of thing. And Shane didn't even know that we hadn't even played together. He was like, oh man, how long have you guys been playing together? And we looked at each other, we were like 10 minutes? You just brought us here, so. I was playing in an acoustic duo, and we recorded an album, and I ended up giving John a copy, and he just really, he dug the songs and liked where we were going with it, so that's kind of how In the Woods formed.
It's your love best, no matter where you are.
That was like the first band that I was ever in. So I was super attached to it. Like, you know, when we broke up, it like broke my heart. I was like hurt. I like loved that band. You know, I thought we'd play forever.
Good night.
I think me and Tony had a conversation about just wanting to have a band that was just fun.
I think it was John that had come up with the idea of having a gimmick.
We got in an argument over what we're gonna call it, and I think Tony was just like, let's just call it Mustache.
This next song's called Mustache. And so that's when we started writing songs like Thank God for Ernest Borgnine, which was a song about how much I loved Airwolf.
Thank God for Ernest Borgnine.
I considered him my musical partner. You know, I never wanted to end. You know, I imagined that one way or the other that me and him would like, you know, end up playing music forever. You know, I felt like I needed him. You know, I definitely didn't feel confident enough in myself to try to front a band by myself, or I don't even think I actually even wanted to. I enjoyed having, you know, like my brother, like playing with me.
In the Woods went out like a lion. Mustache went out like a lamb, kind of.
I think Tony didn't want to do it anymore. I think he just got disenchanted with, I don't know, disenchanted with playing music. I think he maybe wanted to, you know, he has a daughter. I think he maybe wanted to concentrate on being a father at that time. I
was going through some really tumultuous personal stuff with my marriage, and it was stuff that I didn't have the focus that I did in the beginning.
He basically told me that he didn't want to do it anymore, and that he felt like the whole time that he had been holding me back.
But I don't think that band ended badly, because John and I were still good friends.
And that he knew that if he didn't let me, you know, keep going, that he would feel guilty, because he knew that him not wanting to do it was part of the reason that we weren't making it. You know, so he told me that I should start a band without him.